US has a huge job market, and that's why many international students are interested in coming to US for jobs. So this video is all about what type of jobs you can get as an international student here in US when you are in college. So first of all, let's talk about the legal jobs you can do during the first year of college, and you are only allowed to work on campus for the first 1 year. And these jobs include working at restaurants on campus, working in the dining hall, working in gym, library, working as tutors such as math tutor, science tutor, or working as research assistants, lab assistants, and so on. And these all jobs are considered legal, and you can get them on first come first serve basis as long as you apply on time. And you can call international students department to ask them the procedure how to apply for these jobs, and you will be applying to these jobs through the university portal. And now this means all the off-campus jobs such as working at warehouses, gas stations, all of these jobs will be considered illegal, and you will be only allowed to work off campus after 1 year of college, and those jobs will be only related to your major. For example, if you are a computer science major, you will be only allowed to work for those engineering job companies, and you will be applying for CPT, that's a curricular practical training program. So you will apply to that, and then you will be able to get that particular job only and only if that is related to your major. Also consider another example: if you're a math major, you will be able to do research at anywhere outside the campus once you have completed 1 year. So let's talk about the working hours here in the US. So when you are studying in college, you will be only allowed to work part-time up to 20 hours. So those hours are kind of flexible if you limit your total hours for 2 weeks to 40 hours. For example, you work for 16 hours for the first week and 24 hours for the second week of that pay cycle. So you have to be very careful about that. Now you can work for more than 20 hours and actually up to 40 hours during summer breaks or winter breaks. Now let's talk about the salary. So how much you can earn when you are here in college or you're working off campus or anywhere. Let's consider the range. So the range varies where you live. So there is a minimum wage associated with every state here in US. So I would like to share the minimum wage here in Georgia, that is $7.25 an hour, and it is $11 in California and $9.7 in New York. So it varies, and the range of pay scale will be, if you consider the average case scenario, it will be $7.25 to $25 an hour. So that's the average case scenario, but that doesn't mean you cannot earn more than that. You can obviously do if you have the caliber, if you have the potential, and you fulfill the requirements. So let's talk about some job scenarios. So when I came to US, I got a job as a math tutor after applying online, and I got the job because I had AP credits for Calculus 1 and Calculus 2. Those were required for the job. I used to get paid around $8.5 an hour, and that was quite enough to pay for my food, but not quite enough to pay for my rent, because I used to work for only 10 to 12 hours because they had limited hours available at that time, because I applied for that job very late. So I applied for the job after I was here in school. So I think I got the job after 1 month here in school. So that's the reason I got very less hours. And after the first semester, I got 18 hours per week. And I also used to work overtime when there was a tutor absent or there was more workload. So they used to allow me to do so. And in that case, I was able to cover my rent because I used to earn around $600 per month, and that was quite enough for me. So let's consider my second job scenario. So after my 2 semesters as a math tutor, I started working as an intern, and I used to get paid around $20 an hour. So I got the internship because I had done some projects, I had experience as a computer science major, and $20 an hour for the summer working full time was quite enough for me. And I used to work for 40 hours every week during the summer as a full-time intern, and I used to work part-time in the fall and spring semesters. I used to get paid $20 $100 an hour even for the part-time opportunity at my internship. I used to get paid around $1,200 every week when I worked part-time and around $2,400 when I worked full-time. And that was quite enough for me, and I was able to cover my rent and also was able to pay my fees to some extent. And so work hard and try your best to get an internship or a research opportunity. So that will be the best job you can get, and that will be the highly paid job that you can work legally. So now let's consider the third job scenario that I will be working in future. So I got my next internship now, and that will pay me around $24 an hour. So that is much better than the other two jobs I have got, and I will be working as a software engineer in this company. So I will say, as you gain more experience, the salary you can get increases. So these are my three job scenarios, and these scenarios may differ. If you are coming as a math major, you might get paid differently as different major, and you might get paid differently as you choose a different major. So you have to do research in that case, but I can provide you the job range that will be around $7.25 to $25 in most of the average case scenarios. So let's talk about some important key things that you must know before joining these jobs. So the first will be tax deductions. Yes, so your salary will have tax deductions, and in most of the cases, federal tax deduction and state tax deductions, and that will depend on the state you will be moving into. And you don't have to worry much about it, because you will get those tax deductions, the money that has been deducted back when you will file your tax return. So you will get 90% of that tax reduction for sure. And now the second key thing to remember is you must apply to those jobs by contacting the International Student and Scholar Services, and you can call them and ask them the procedure how to apply for these jobs and reserve a job in advance, so that you can cover your expenses, you can cover your food expenses, you can cover your fees to some extent. So that will be very important, I will say, and you should put minimum burden on your parents. Now the third key thing to remember is you will not always get those 20 hours, because there are many students who need jobs. So to make sure that they will take out some hours from you, so that everyone gets hours, so that everyone can earn money. And after the first semester, I can assure you, you can get more hours for sure. And you can also tell them that I'm an international student, I need more hours, and they will surely give you. And in some cases, you might not even able to work for 20 hours because you may have exams, you need to study for them, or you want to enjoy your life, maybe you maybe ask for a leave. So in those scenarios, you might not work for 20 hours. So that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video helpful. So please do remember to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.